Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rogue Wave podcast, the frequency for all things pop culture and the disruptors behind it. We talk comics, movies, TV, and pop culture every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on youtube.com/Rogue Matter, facebook.com/We Are Rogue Matter, twitter.com/Rogue_Matter. We take this wonderfully crafted video and turn it into the world's greatest podcast, known to man. It is on every single podcast outlet you can think of: Apple, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeart. You name it, we are out there. We are the Rogue Wave Podcast. I am your host, Michael Dolce, as always, joined by the Lord of the Radio himself, Mr. Hassan Godwin. How you doing, sir?
Hey, ho, ho.
I love it. Very
The internet has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. The internet has got to
go. That also wipes us out, but I'm cool with that.
You know what? Cool. Collateral damage, man. That's cool for the greater good. It's for the greater good.
We got a great show tonight. We've got director Barry J., The Way Out, which is a new horror movie that is on all digital platforms right now. It's got an excellent cast: Johnny Beauchamp, Mike Manning, Ashley Murray, and Sherry Shepard. So all-star studded cast from some well-known stuff like Penny Dreadful, from like Teen Wolf, Riverdale, and then just Sherry Shepard.
And it's exciting to you because of where it takes place, isn't it?
Yes, I'm that is going to be the first question I ask him. I'm not even going to prep him beforehand. Okay. I'm just going to ask him.
All right.
Where is that from? Where are you from exactly? Like, didn't know there was that kind of a scene here, but hey, it's all good. People will know what we're talking about when he's on. But first, just want to tell you real quick: go to roguematter.com. Comics, ebooks, podcast, videos. Everything. It's on roguematter.com and it's free. So get rid of just basically go and download it all now, because in about 3 weeks or so, some big changes come to the site, which is awesome though. It's gonna be exciting changes, and we're gonna be, I don't know, taking it to the next level. How's that sound? Is that good?
Yeah. How's it sound to you? You think it sounds good? Taking it to the next level? I think it sounds fine. I think, taking it to the next level. Heck yeah.
I love it. See, that's the kind of enthusiasm I want. That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, indeed.
All right. Indeed. We had some pop culture news. The Oscar noms dropped for 2023. I felt like this year was kind of, because I was actually able to go to the movies more often this year. It feels a little more real this year for me personally, but we've had some quality films that were nominated as well. Some pop culture fare, not just the artsy kind of fare that people kind of criticized the show for recently, for being sometimes it's like the movies you've never seen, the movies no one ever saw, the ones that get nominated kind of deal. But we've also had some pop culture related nominations. Including for some films that we cover, like Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. We had the Batman got some Oscar nominations in the technical categories, and a former Indiana Jones sidekick, has taken center stage as well too. So, in case you were living under a rock and didn't hear, Everything Everywhere All at Once leads the nominees for the 95th Academy Awards, and that includes. I'm gonna butcher it. Ke Kwan. Did I get it right?
Hugh Kwan.
Hugh Kwan. Okay, there you go. I can do that.
Like Hugh Jackman. Key as in key in the door.
Yeah.
Hugh is Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
And Kwan.
I love it. Look, that's a paint by numbers guide, and I need that, so that's a good thing. Short Round himself. Here's the thing.
I'm sure he loves that. I'm sure after 30 years, he loves being called Short Round.
So I got to tell you, have you read the interviews with him? Because I got to tell you, he is truly inspirational, and I'm extremely, extremely, I love some of his comments after this. But before we get to his comments, have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I have not yet.
Okay, so it's streaming on Hulu. I was about to cancel Hulu because I just never watch anything on Hulu, but now I'm gonna. I'm gonna keep it just to watch this movie, because apparently it's got like an alternate reality kind of vibe to it, and I've written a couple.
It's about multiverse, another multiverse story.
Yeah, Yeah, so I did a book called The Mainstream, which is all about alternate realities. You can pick it up online. Go to cyrusstudiosinc.com. Shameless plug. And Aaron says it's really, really good. Well, I would hope it's really, really good. I would hope
everyone's been saying it's good. I haven't heard one person say it's not good since it all came into being. So, I'm gonna watch it too. I'm looking forward to it. It's just there's stuff going on, so.
What I like about it,
watch it just yet, but I will.
Yeah, what I like about it, though, and I liked the premise when I first read about it, and then I liked the visuals when I first saw it, was that it feels like a movie that it's like a sci-fi movie almost, right? It's obviously it's more dramatic than that. It's set in this world that is sci-fi related, but to me, it feels like something I would go to the movies and see, right? Which I think people's complaints about the Oscars in the past, 10, 15 years, and the ratings kind of show this.
I don't know. I mean, I saw
movies are not accessible.
I saw Black Panther when they got nominated. And I saw I've seen a lot of movies that got nominated. That got Best Picture.
Well, they had to extend the categories to allow for like a Black Panther to be nominated.
I mean, yeah, but I've most of the. All right, well, that's I'm not going to dispute your experience with it. But, like I saw Elvis, and I saw.
Right. I'm saying this year it seems like the movies
they did Gladiator that one time. They did Braveheart. They've done. I'd seen Schindler's List. I'd seen.
You are naming classic.
I'm going all the way up the.
Yeah.
I'm going all the way up the line. Like I've seen a lot of the movies that got
10 years. The past 10 years have been criticized for not having. I think when was it 2008 was when The Dark Knight
Parasite,
didn't get.
I'd seen Parasite. The Dark Knight.
When The Dark Knight didn't get nominated, it was like 2008. I think that's when they decided to start to like extend the categories out, kind of deal. But then no Marvel, nothing. I think what was it? 97 was like the highest rated telecast because it had Titanic in there, and Titanic was like the highest grossing movie of all time at the time. And James Cameron, that kind of thing. And I believe that was like the telecast was like huge because people were actually into the movies. I think the last 2 years. Now, the last 2 years have been kind of obviously an abnormal years in terms of being able to release stuff and, all other stuff. Now, Aaron says Parasite was awesome. I didn't see Parasite. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Was it awesome?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, it was. I doubt you will, but yeah. Well, we can talk about you. We can make that a thing for the next 6 months of me asking you if you've seen it and you saying,
"I haven't." Well, no, but I'm not on here. I'm not on here saying Parasite's a must see, right?
Well, you're talking about Academy Award winning movies, and versus movies that we've actually seen versus movies that have actually won, right? So
yeah, well, movies, or get nominated at the very least. It looks like this looks like a list. I'll give you the list real quick here. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water,
seen it.
The Banshees of Inisherin,
seen it.
Inisherin, sorry, Elvis, The Fabelmans,
seen it.
Tar,
seen it.
Top Gun Maverick,
seen it.
Triangle of Sadness. I don't know what that is.
Haven't seen it because it's called Triangle of Sadness.
Women Talking.
Have not.
I didn't know Women Talking were a movie.
You're on your own.
Just
yes,
that's about as good a title as Plane. Women Talking, love it.
Well, I mean, it tells you exactly what you can expect when you go to see it, right?
Yeah, that's true. It'd be great if you show up and it's just a bunch of guys like hanging out in the locker room.
Yeah, that's it. So that's called subverting expectations, right? Sometimes people don't like that. Like we've seen The Last Jedi, so people know not to do that anymore.
Yeah, I think that's solid right there. Is what they've done there. No, but again, yeah, Avatar: Way of Water. We've seen Fabelmans. I haven't seen these, but I've read enough about them. They were popular movies. Top Gun Maverick, we all saw. That was great. So yeah, I mean, it's and everything. Like I said, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I do want to see. I remember seeing the trailers for it and being like, this looks really interesting. Like it looks like a movie. It looks like a movie that the popular audience will gravitate toward, not kind of like these indie films that, again, you no one but people within Hollywood seem to know. So it seems as if that's a
Yeah, but can you give me an example of a movie that's an indie film that only Hollywood seems to know that no one has gone to see in the last like 4 or 5 years?
Okay, Oscar nominations 2022. Let's take a look here. Drive My Car. That's a good one. I don't know. Coda was another one that was that was a sneaky one, and that actually ended up winning. Again, 2021's tough. I'm gonna go 2019. Let's go 2019. I know Black Panther was on that list. Let's see, Best Picture. Let's see. We want the Best Picture list, 2019. You had Bohemian Rhapsody, which was great. You had The Green Book, which won. You had Roma, that was a Netflix one, so I think Roma would qualify as one of those. 2019 was a good list.
Yeah, that's what
had Black Panther.
That's kind of why I'm.
That had Vice. No, you might be right on this.
I'm not disputing you.
You might just be pointing out that people on the internet like to complain about this.
Whether I don't want to. I don't, because we're on the internet. I don't want to say that because we could get roasted alive for doing that. But
all right, in 2018, you had.
There are the occasional, like I will not dispute you. There are the occasional films like what? Ooh, what film was that? When did that come out? I'm sorry.
Do you know what Phantom Thread is?
I do not know what that is. So
all right, that was
maybe
a 2018 Academy Award nominee. Call Me by Your Name.
I've never seen that movie. No. So okay, with 2018, maybe we got it. We got something there with 2018. Maybe we got
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird, I know that one.
Okay,
that's with Saoirse Ronan. I've seen that one.
Yeah, 2020 actually was pretty good. Also, though, that had like Jojo Rabbit, that had 1917 Joker. I think the complaining has been going
really
back
great films in 20. You know, like
yeah. Hell or High Water. This is in 2017. Hidden Figures.
I've seen that.
Let's see.
That's a very good movie. Kevin Costner's in
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea I've heard of, but I had not seen it. No, I still haven't seen it.
Arrival.
The Arrival or Arrival?
Just says Arrival. That's the one with Amy Adams, though. It might be the one you're thinking of.
And I saw that in the theater.
Okay.
I definitely saw that one.
All right, we're going to go back to 2016. I'm going to try to pick a couple that were...
Aaron's still trying to school us on...
Why?
We don't speak Gaelic.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. Room. Brooklyn. Remember? Okay, Brooklyn's a great example. Remember the movie Brooklyn?
Yes.
No one saw that movie. Literally, it made no money. I mean, it's one of those movies that just... And it ended up taking home Aaron. Like all these nominations and won. And you're like, what is this?
Like, okay, here's the thing. I agree with you that it happens sometimes, but I can, for everyone that you name that no one's heard of, I can name 4 or 5 that we had heard of it that we had gone to see. I'm not saying to you that you were incorrect. I'm saying the claim that I've heard from more than one place that at last there are movies that people have actually seen is hyperbolic. It's not real.
I actually, you know what? Going through this list, I can't actually disagree with you. I really can't. I think you're 100% right. Let's move on from this though, because I think that's I think we've debunked it. We've debunked the internet.
Do you have picks for who's going to win what? Because I did one. I did a list.
That's just a shining light in my face.
Well, yes, because I don't want you to see what I picked so that I could read it and it would be dramatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, we're going to save our Oscar picks. We're going to save them. That's
for when?
For when the Oscars actually, air and stuff.
For when they air?
Well,
then how will we know whether we predicted correctly or not?
No, we're going to do it the week before. That's what an Oscar prediction is all about. We're going to predict it, but not today. Today we're just talking. We got some love for some pop culture films. We got Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Angela Bassett. I think she's a favorite to win. Could she be the next Heath Ledger? That's going to be pretty exciting.
Isn't that a pick?
She's the favorite to win. I'm not saying I'm picking her to win. I'm saying the rumor mill, the talking. We're going to give our official predictions closer to, and we'll dive deeper into the into short rounds historic. He's also predicted to win too, which could be fantastic. I mean, this could just be a massive, pop culture movie extravaganza, Oscar extravaganza for us. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
All right. Let us know what you guys think. Drop your comments in the comment field. We will respond to them throughout the week. What did you think of the nominations? Black Panther, Wakanda Forever getting some love. The Batman not getting some love. We'll dive into that, I think, a little later in the show as well, too. But coming up next, we've got horror director Barry J., director of The Way Out, coming up next. Hi guys, Mike Dolce here from the Rogue Wave podcast. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps us out. Leave a comment, let us know what you'd like to see in future episodes, and tune in every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern for a brand new episode of the Rogue Wave podcast.